students, welcome to Suraj School Bhiwadi. Today, I Taruna Saini is going to teach you a new chapter, that is chapter number 9, that is direct and inverse variation. So, let's start. So, beta, what is the meaning of variation and what is the meaning of direct and inverse variation? We will study in this chapter. So, two quantities are said to be in variation if the change in the measure of one results in a corresponding change in the measure of other. Means, if there are two variables, two quantities, they are changing, and then if one changing, another is changing, then it is known as variation. In other words, the two quantities are in variation if any increase or decrease in one quantity results in increase or decrease in other. Means variation means change. So two quantities will change. If one will change, another will automatically change. For example, if we increase the number of articles to be purchased, the total cost will also increase. Means if you purchase one pencil and if you will purchase more pencil, then cost will also increase. Let us consider another example of speed of a moving train and the time it takes to cover a distance. Means if the speed increases, of a vehicle, then what happens? The time taken to cover the distance decreases. So if the speed decreases, the time taken will be increase. So we conclude that the speed and time taken to cover a distance by moving a train are in variation. Now beta, variation are of two types. The first one is direct variation and another is inverse variation. So two quantities are said to be in direct variation if increase in the measure of one results in the corresponding increase in other. Means if one variable increases, other also increases. It's an example of direct variation that you will study in exercise 9.1. For example, consider a rock and a force required to move it. Then if the weight of the rock is increased, then more force you require. Similarly, if the weight is reduced, less force is required. Suppose you want to pick a weight of 5 kg, you require less force, but if you want to pick weight of 10 kg or more, you require more force. So this is an example of direct variation. Next is inverse variation. Two quantities are said to be in inverse variation if the increase in one will leads to decrease in other. Means if one variable changes in positive direction, another will change in the negative direction. For example, in a road project, assuming that all the workers work at the same rate, and if we increase the number of workers, we are increasing the number of workers, now work will finish in less number of time. But if the number of workers are reduced, the time taken will be more. So the number of workers and the time are inverse related to each other. Okay, so in exercise 9.1 we will discuss about the direct variation. If the two quantities x and y vary in such a manner that x by y is constant and positive, then x and y are said to be in direct variation. Means x increases, y increases. So x upon y is a constant. Okay, x upon y is a constant. So you can see that x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2 because their ratio is constant. So this we will study in exercise 9.1. So let's start the exercise. Which of the following show direct variation? Height and weight. So definitely you know that height and weight are positively related because as height increases, weight will also increase. Distance travelled and time taken. If distance increases, time taken will be more. So it is inversely related. So it do not have direct variation. Okay. And the second, next is wages of a worker and the number of hours. Definitely, if the number of hours is increased, wages of a worker will increase. So indirect variation. D, the number of students and fee paid by them. So definitely it is indirect, because if the number of children are more, the fees collected will be more. In the last, number of rainy days and the amount of rainfall. So amount of rainfall is not directly proportional with the number of rainy days, because there can be some days where there are no rain. So the answer of this is no. Now question number 2. In which of the following is X is direct variation with Y? So let's check beta. So second A, firstly take x1 upon y1. So what you get? 5 upon 15. So it is 1 upon 3. Then you will get x2 upon y2, that is 8 upon 24. So it is 1 upon 3. Then x3 upon y3, that is 9 upon 27, that is 1 upon 3. Then x4 upon y4, that is 11 upon 33, that is 1 upon 3. So what do you see? That x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2 is equal to x3 upon y3 is equal to x4 upon y4. So all are equal. So they are in direct variation. Now let's take second, 8 upon 2. So what do you see? 8 upon 2 is 4. Now next is x2 upon y2. 16 upon 4, that is 4. Now 20 upon 5, x3 upon y3, that is 4. 32 upon 8, that is also 4. 60 upon 15, that is 4. So they are also in direct variation. Okay. So you have to find out the ratio. Now question number 3. Complete the following table assuming that x is in direct variation with y. Okay, we have to assume that x and y are in direct variation. Means x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. So what is x1 beta? That is 60. What is y1? That is 4. What is x2? We don't know. Okay. And y2 we have 8. Now do the cross multiply. 60 into 8 upon 4 is equal to x2, that is 4 into 2. So x2 is equal to 120. So what will you fill in this box? 120. Now x3 upon y3 given, x4 upon y4. x4 upon y4. Again the same procedure in third A. This is x4, this is y4. So x1 upon y1 is equal to x4 upon y4. So x1 is 60, y1 is 4, x4 is we don't know, y4 is 15. So take 15 this side and you will get answer. 60 into, if cut it, it will be 15. 15 into 15, 225. So here you get the answer. Now you, in this similar manner, x5 upon 5 you can calculate, x6 upon y6 you can calculate. And with the same procedure you have to follow. This one you can name it x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4, x5, y5, x6, y6. Now you can apply this one, that x1 upon x2, x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. So here you put the value, y1 is 3.5, x2 is 9, y2 is 4.5. Do the cross multiply and you will get the answer. Okay, now question number 4. Question number 4 is, Vicky bought 15 notebooks. So you will make two columns, one for notebook, another for cost. So notebook are 15. The cost is 240. The notebooks are 160. So how many notebooks you can purchase in 160 rupees? Means you know that they are in direct variation. If you will purchase more notebooks, the more will be the cost. So now 15 upon 240 is equal to x2 upon 160. Do the cross multiplication. 15 into 160 is equal to x2, 240 is already there, cancel out. 8 threes are, 8 twos are, 3 fives are, so 10 means from 160 rupees you can purchase 10 notebooks. Okay, so you have to use the direct variation here. Question number 5. Arushi take 130 minutes to walk a distance. So you can take two distances 110 meter, and how much time will it take to 275 meter? Means here time is 130 minutes, and for 275 meter what will be the time? So 110 upon 130 is equal to 275 upon y2. So when you multiply it y2 there, 275 into 130 upon 110. Now you will do this calculation. 11 twos are 22, 11 fives are 55. You will multiply 325 minutes. So I hope that you understood, and you will do question number 1 to 5. Thank you so much. God bless you all.